Hello, it's Rashmir here. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about emotions and in particular, the power of our emotions. Now, emotions are one of those kind of interesting things, right? Some people are very scared of emotions and there's a lot of complexity there. In fact, one of the wonders of being human is this kind of complex, rich inner life we have, which is a combination of our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts, our mindsets, the different aspects of us that engage in different ways with with things that happen in the world and then things that happen within us. Now, the more we learn about who we are and what goes on within us and how that informs how we engage in the outer world, the more we can start to see and understand that actually emotions aren't something to be afraid of or worried about. They're actually really interesting and really useful, because if you're feeling an emotion, then chances are there's information there. There's something there that's of use if you know how to interpret it, and if you know what to do with it, or you know how to engage with the aspects of you that are being particularly triggered in some way. So emotions are powerful and wonderful things. They're not something to be afraid of or feared or numbed or suppressed. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to stay in difficult emotions such as fear or worry or pain or whatever, or sadness, whatever it happens to be. The skill, of course, is over time developing the capacity to notice the emotion and then to move beyond it. And that, I recognize, isn't an easy thing to do, particularly in the early stages of coming to understand our emotions and to work with them. But it is possible. And the more we practice it, the more adept we become at recognizing, at naming feelings and emotions, and at knowing what to do with them. Now, there's a lot more I could say about emotions. I guess one thing I should also say, and I think Brene Brown has really powerfully expressed this in the world, when we suppress and numb emotions, particularly difficult emotions, we also tend to suppress and numb the really positive emotions, joy, that feeling of aliveness, those kinds of things. And so, if only to be able to richly experience and appreciate this human experience and our lives, it is important and useful to get to know and understand and learn how to work with our emotions in useful and powerful ways. And of course, if you are someone that is working on change in the world, that is trying to create a better world for those in your community, in your industry, in the world, in your organization, then it's even more critically important that you understand how to work with your emotions and also how to recognize and know what's going on with other people when emotions are expressed or suppressed, as the case may be, because that will sharpen your capacity to lean into what is wanting to emerge, what is wanting to happen, and how to work with and engage in change at the individual and the collective levels. So that's a lot about emotions. Now, if you'd like to learn more and go deeper, I have two particular tools and techniques that I use to work with my clients on emotions. One of them is an approach called voice dialogue, and I did a video on this a while back, so I'll put a link to the video on voice dialogue in the comments below this video in case you want to check that out and learn more. It's an incredibly powerful approach to working with different aspects of ourselves, and those aspects are often rooted in an emotion. Now, in fact, I've actually just hired someone to do some voice dialogue sessions with me because I know how powerful it is, and I'm really looking forward to working with her because she's a real master in terms of this technique. Now, the other tool that I use is something called positive intelligence, which is a method that's been developed by Shazad Karmin. And it's a very powerful method as well. It doesn't go as in depth with respect to different aspects of the self and the psyche, but in a way, it's more accessible, more scalable, more identifiable with for a lot of people. So I find that integrating that into my executive and leadership coaching is incredibly powerful. If you'd like to learn more about the Positive Intelligence Program, then I will also put a link to that below this video so you can learn more. And feel free to reach out and contact me about either of these methods or approaches if you'd like to learn more or chat about whether they are right for you. Right, that's it for me. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next video.